Alright guys, Scrappy again. I hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. The CDL is on the verge of doing their big reveal for the new season schedule, the format as well, the changes to challenges they might look to employ for the upcoming season, and loads of other rumours as to what is going to be happening for the upcoming year. Is it going to be a good season when it comes to the events that are being run? Are we going to get anything before Christmas in terms of a LAN event? Lots to discuss today. Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. Thought it was a cool little throwback. I mean, it's a 5-minute clip. I'm not going to show the entire thing, but you guys may well remember if you watched a couple of years ago the Vegas Legion versus Los Angeles Thieves comeback here on Hotel Modern Warfare 2. A pretty remarkable comeback in many ways. Definitely one of the more memorable ones of the CDL era. Look, was there a lot of snaking going on? Was there some stair glitching going on? Absolutely. I know that Zuma made that point a couple of days ago and said, look, if it wasn't for me, because we know that Zuma stepped in, right? He became that GA commissioner, as it were, for a little while and got snaking removed a couple of years back. And now that has held, right? We did kind of wonder, look, has it held fully? Not necessarily. You know, there's been some drama last season. Sib, did he pop a bit of a snake? You know, many other players as well. When you, let's say, pump a heady, I mean, Dashy kind of did the same thing as well, when he would, you know, stay within the rules, what the pros allowed, and, you know, why wouldn't you, right? At the end of the day, it's a difficult thing to properly police, right? But that's been a key talking point. Hopefully for the upcoming season, that does not change. I think the viewing experience, if you go back and watch a bit of Modern Warfare 2, especially Hotel, where Don was snaking the heady right there, like, wow, it was a different experience to watch for sure. And also it kind of filtered down to play in ranked and other stuff as well. Now, there's a bit more roster drama going on yesterday. If you guys have seen what's happened on the Ravens over the last few days, look, are they cooking? I'm not so convinced, but rumor had it they're going to bring Slasher back. They're going to get Craze in. Lurks, notably from the Stallions, is coming in as well. Then they needed a fourth man, Brian State saying as the head coach. It was going to be SSG, we thought for some time. That didn't happen because they missed the deadline, the classic CDL scenario, and therefore they would have been stuck with SSG in Carolina, which they didn't want. So they've decided to leave it for at least another year. We thought they were getting Geo as their fourth man alongside Slasher. Then as of yesterday, Ronnie said actually no, they've changed their minds due to concerns with pacing. They're signing Nero instead. So Nero, Lurks, Craze, which is going to be, you know, initially when it was Geo, it would have probably been Lurks and Craze on the SMGs. Now they're thinking, okay, maybe Lurks could run the Flex or something like that. Nero and Craze on the subs. Lurks on the Flex, Slasher on the main. Look, is it great? Maybe not, but it's probably not atrocious, right? Like, I see the vision to a certain degree, but apparently that's not what they're going to do anymore. Well, even Nero said yesterday, yo, kind of implies that, you know, here we go to the Ravens, but maybe they've changed their mind to a certain degree because S&D's spit-ons yesterday, and there was a little bit of talk about this kind of within the Challenger community, said incorrect, and then went on to say, I will not provide commentary. So, you know, make of this as you will. It's not like this is like a tweet that's blown up and everyone's talking about it. But there could be something else going on here. Now, theoretically, if you were in the Ravens' position, what would you change in this scenario, right? Because we thought they had a roster, then they changed their minds, and now maybe they're changing their mind again. But, you know, Nero did the tweet. You know, have they gone back on their Nero plan? Quite possibly not. Is there something else going on? Who knows, right? But yeah, plenty of these other organizations, there could be something else happening. I don't expect that Ravens have got one of their players poached. I mean, unless some other organization has decided to change their mind and say, let's say Rokkr or something. Okay, they're not even Rokkr anymore. G2 Minnesota, they're signing Mamba. Look, maybe Mamba convinced Looney that I really want Craze. Can we get rid of, I don't know, Estriel or something? I don't think that's happened, right? So, you know, in that scenario, maybe Ravens would be forced to do something. It would be kind of surprising if having come to a conclusion and then changed it once, they're then going to change it again. But who knows, right? As I said yesterday, you can look at top to bottom of these teams. I don't hate the rosters this season. I think some of them are very exciting. Some of them, even the ones that are expected to be weaker, they still have a little bit of unknown quantity, a little bit of upside. I think that's what I like about teams like Surge. There's not really any teams I look at and say, wow, that's just very boring, right? Like the teams that are towards the bottom of the league, this year they are taking some risk. They're not just going back to talent that we kind of know and hoping they get 8th. they are taking a risk on some upside players, which I think is probably the right thing to do. And it does mean that, yeah, some of these teams will be terrible, but at least there's storylines with regard to many of these teams. Surge, of course, a great example. We think Gwyn has chosen to go to Surge rather than to go to G2, Minnesota as they are now, because he wanted to play with Legend. Is that going to work or is that not? It's a very good question. Speaking of Legend, actually, Scump had a few words on him as we saw in yesterday's video, but he was also reacting to this new Battle Royale. I want to just share a couple of clips of this just because I thought it was kind of relevant. Obviously, Scumps and many other people are playing the new Battlefield 6 Battle Royale because it's just come out. Look, is it going to be as good as Warzone? Like, is Warzone great nowadays? No, I wouldn't say so. You know, in terms of COD Battle Royales, I think you've got to go back to Blackout before you find a good one, to be honest. But Scump had a few thoughts on this. Octane had a few thoughts on this. Just wanted to share it, really, because we know that there's this big competition this year, which has been good for COD, probably for Battlefield as well. But the fact that Call of Duty knows that BF6 is giving it serious competition means that COD has to, you know, take appropriate actions to make that happen. But Octane thinks that the Battle Royale isn't really going to move the needle to an extent that people are just going to be back on COD in a couple of weeks. Could be good, could be bad. I think, look, from a competitive COD perspective, I would really like Black Ops, and even just from a COD perspective, not even competitive, I'd like BO7 to do well, because then it would kind of prove to Activision that whatever Traixx have been cooking this year are actually good decisions. So, you know, I hope that that remains true, I guess, and that would mean that I'm not dissatisfied, let's say, if Battlefield, especially the Battle Royale, doesn't really go quite as well as they'd hoped.
I have a throwing knife.
I'm smoking.
I don't smoke, so I only have stuns. I'm going, I smoked it.
Yeah, we have to.
I got grenades.
I don't know how long this takes.
Oh, shit. Wait, Mace, I'll get you, kid.
Open container.
Yeah. Drag.
I couldn't drag, man.
One just got out of the tank and he's weak. Oh, he just got freeze with the tank. Fuck. Everyone died.
Yeah.
I fear we may be dead.
Oh, shit. That was
It's
on
over.
the map.
It's over, gentlemen. They have 2 tanks.
Yeah, what the fuck is that, dude? Yep, top
I'm
the
on the
roof.
way.
Top the roof. Cracked him. I think he fell into the building.
Second story. I think I knocked him.
Are we running this down?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
running.
he's trying to res. I think he's trying to get rezzed in
Get
there.
in there.
What?
On me.
Oh, wait.
Three in that room.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
Lost. Be careful.
All res. Holy fuck. Uh-oh. Wait,
Yo.
you guys got this.
They're all in this. They're all in this room. They are not good. Trust me, they are not
They're
good.
not good. They're not good.
Got 2.
Nice. In the corner, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah!
Nice. Yo, we're everything, brother.
No.
We're the best in the fucking world, boys. There's no outplay potential. Yeah, it is tough. Very, very tough. Which, again, that's like us coming from COD, and we're like, we want to be able to run around and put plates on and pop back out and chow them, but I don't think that's what they want with this. They probably want you to play more like Battlefield in tactical, but we're just running them down.
I couldn't pay Sam to sell out and pretend to like the game. Listen, man, the only people, I'm being so serious, chat. The only people that are playing Battlefield right now are paid to play the game or are waiting for another game to come out. There are 0 content creators outside of Battlefield creators that will be playing Battlefield in 2 weeks. That's and anybody telling you otherwise is lying. That's literally what it is. Battlefield is a bridge to Arc Raiders and Black Ops 7. That's what Battlefield is. And anybody trying to tell you something else is lying to your face. If you think anybody that is a big creator is going to be playing Battlefield in 2 weeks, they're lying to you. I promise. Everyone's going to be playing either Call of Duty or Arc Raiders. That's all it is, dude.
So later on today, the Call of Duty League are confirming what's happening next, or at least part of it. So October the 29th, that is today, 12 PM Pacific time, that is also today. I'll probably do the video on this tomorrow morning once we see all of the reaction start to filter through. But COD League, hashtag CDL 2026, and this is what they have to say. So they've got a YouTube video ready to go, season details, got the players on the right-hand side, Huke, HyDra, Insight, and Snoopy, all of which, of course, are returning. And what are they going to talk about, right? So the comment section says this: I already already dropped a like on the video, just, you know, we're bringing the positive energy for this upcoming season. Welcome to the new year. Daniel Say and Miles, CDL commentator, break down all you need to know about the upcoming season, including season schedule, format changes, challenges, and more. So let's just quickly go through some of the rumors over the last few days, what we understand or we thought was going to be the case. So the current rumor goes 4 majors again. The third one could be a Pro-Am. There was some talk about that. Where these majors are, great question. The initial rumor was the first major was going to be end of January in Toronto. There were then rumors that actually that's going to be Texas instead. The second major, we're nigh on guaranteed, is going to be in the Birmingham NEC in the UK for the DreamHack event that they're having there at the end of March, which is a long way away for the second major of the season. Third major, who knows? Fourth major, who knows? We thought it was going to be Paris, but maybe not. It's interesting because there were rumors about this quite a long time ago. Usually you see the rumors get solidified, but clearly they have some idea because otherwise they wouldn't be ready to announce it. But this is usually about when they announce things. Sometimes they say, well, you know, we're going to have to delay a little bit more, or we don't have a location yet secured for champs or whatever, right? Some rumors about Vegas. The other rumor is that in the lead up to the second major, there's going to be so many online matches, right? Because that major is so pushed back to the end of March, that's a ton of time between the first and the second majors to run qualifiers. There's like 8 weeks, right? So the rumor was that they are going to do single round robin qualifiers. So every team will play 11 matches. There will be 11 qualifiers. That was the rumor, and we'll see what they come out with, right? We'll also see how they spin it, because I'm hoping that there are some positives in here. I'm sure that there will be some positives in terms of maybe the schedule, some of the things they've learned from last year. I'm hoping there are more minors, right? I don't know, let's say that again or whatever, I don't know. Hoping there are more CDL minor tournaments that we saw last year, because I like those, right? Like, I like the minors, so bring them back. I don't know. Like, I think we're going to leave it there, but you know what I'm saying anyway. We'll see if there's positives they've taken from last season, where they are moving in the right direction, where they are probably having to take some cutbacks, you know, how it's going to be and how they're going to, you know, phrase that will be kind of interesting, but we'll see, right? Because I think most fans, they want a longer season. They want more COD and a longer season, because the season running from, you know, really in terms of events like January until almost June, I know that we've got the World Cup now, is never ideal. And people have been wanting this for years, and hopefully they find a way to make that happen. Look, would I love to see an event before Christmas? Yeah. Is it going to happen? Probably not, right? Like, we've not seen many in the CDL era. I mean, they really should. I will say it does become more difficult when the game comes out quite late. If you go back to Black Ops 4, where there was an event before Christmas, that game was out for 2.5 weeks by this time in 2018. That game came out on the 12th of October. So for BO4, yeah, they ran an event in December, but that was, you know, 6-7 weeks into the game's life cycle. Black Ops 6 came out at the end of October. This game is coming out the 14th of November. So it would be a tight 4-week turnaround, 3-week, 4-week turnaround to get a major or some sort of kickoff LAN before Christmas. Will they run online matches, qualifiers, if we're going to run that format again, which we probably are? The answer is more than likely yes. So intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll see what they announce tonight, whether it's good changes, bad changes, where the events are going to be as a key one, because if there was a Birmingham UK event and a Paris event, it's pretty big for the, you know, the European COD scene. Is that going to happen is a very different question entirely. So very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.